Good morning. Good morning. As promised, I did slip on this problem, and then I realized I made an error. Um, what was the error? It's the I forgot about De Morgan's law, De Morgan's rule. So in set theory, and first order logic, when you negate a proposition, like say both apple and orange are fruits. So there's and ampersand operator there. Okay, orange is fruit, and also apple is fruit. Okay, if you negate that, it becomes or. So it's somewhat strange, right? So negation, uh, logical negation of and is or. Okay, so it's like, let's find the whiteboard. Okay, so yeah, that's the error I made. Uh, we use this guy. Okay, and I made some progress as well in the bedroom. I was thinking about this. So hits and misses. Okay, so half and half balance. Okay. De Morgan's law. All right. In set theory, first order logic, AND gate, OR gate, like electronics and so first of all, let's just look at plain vanilla algebra, okay? And let's look at the distribution, distributive law, okay? Let's say you have plus 2 plus 3, okay? And you put negative there. So it will be minus 5, right? The way this negative sign distributes itself is like this, okay? Okay? So this negative sign, it flips the sign of individual numbers, but not the operator. Operator is intact, is impervious to this negative sign. Okay? Another example. You have this multiplication, okay? Like 1 times 2. Okay? You haven't seen this kind of notation or convention, have you? Yeah, it's what it means 1 times 3, 1 times 2. Okay? What does this mean? 0 plus 2, 0 plus 3. Okay? Because 0 is identity for plus operator, 1 is identity operator for multiplication. Okay? So it's kind of like abstract algebra. Okay? So now, if you negate this, like that's like division, right? Meaning 1 divided by, okay, that's what this means. 1 divided by, okay? And this is equal to, it flips the sign, okay? Uh, 1 divided by 2, 1 divided by 3. So uh, the operator, the binary, so unary operator gets flipped, but binary operator does not get flipped by this negation. does not get to distribute into this binary operator. Binary operator is impervious. Okay, so that's plain vanilla algebra. Now, in set theory, set algebra is different. That's the De Morgan's law. All right. For example, A union B complement is equal to A complement, and union sign it flips. Union operator, binary operator, it flips. It becomes intersection. Okay, so just like A or B, logical negation becomes not A and not B. So this negation flip the sign of individual numbers and also the operator as well. Okay, so that's De Morgan's law. So meaning all in fourth order logic, okay, negation of all is equal to sum. Like all and exist. Okay, so all x negation exist not x. Just like De Morgan's law. Okay, so it is De Morgan's law. Okay, so all x means x1 and x2 and blah blah blah, right? Exist not x is like not x1 or not x2 or dot dot dot. Okay, so that's De Morgan's law. I forgot about that. So Goldbach's conjecture, every single even integer can be expressed as summation of two odd primes. If we negate that, there exists at least one even integer that cannot be expressed as summation of two prime numbers. That's the negation of Goldbach's conjecture. We call it anti-Goldbach's conjecture. Anti-Goldbach's conjecture. Okay? Yeah, I made an error yesterday there. So, yeah. But we corrected it. So let me take a picture of this. Well, let's. Okay. We'll take 5 minutes break, okay? So then I grab my cell phone and everything. Alright. Okay. Okay. We're back. Let me grab a beer, okay? So. Okay. So the yeah, I gotta take a picture of this song. Oh, okay. So, ah, okay. Okay. Oh boy. So uh there exists, I mean, anti Goldbach's conjecture, all right? There exists at least one even integer that cannot be expressed as summation of two primes. Okay? And let's assume that. So we are doing proof by contradiction. Okay? Hopefully it leads to some kind of visible, tangible contradiction. All right? Uh, that even hypothetical even integer, let's call it e. Okay, so uh, okay, so and it's an even number. So if it cannot be expressed as summation of two uh, prime numbers, in our convention, all the primes are odd numbers. Okay, so this is odd number one plus odd number two. Okay, we call it complement. Okay, one and one complement is equal to O2 odd number two plus odd number two complement. Okay, now uh, so if neither of them are primes, then there are two possibilities: odd composite and odd composite, or odd composite and odd prime, or odd prime and odd composite. Okay? Sure, yeah, three cases. Because ordering it kind of matter, alright? Why? Because, for example, let's say E is 88, okay? For example, so 88 is 1 plus 87 and 3 plus 85. It's symmetric, right? So this is O1 this is O1 complement, this is O2, this is O2 complement. Okay? So so okay, by the way, one way to prove the Euclidean theorem that there exist infinite number of prime numbers is by using Chebyshev theorem. I'm not sure if Bertrand-Chebyshev theorem they used Euclidean theorem or not. If so, then it's kind of circular, right? But I don't know the detail of the proof of Bertrand-Chebyshev theorem at all. Okay, so Bertrand-Chebyshev theorem says between n and 2n, there's at least one prime number. Okay? Okay, if so, between 2n and 4n, there's at least one prime number. And between 4n and 8n, there's at least one prime number. Okay, so therefore, ergo, hence, there are infinite number of primes. Okay, so that's a lot easier way to prove Euclidean theorem. Okay, but Mr. Euclid, he proved in very algebraic fashion. Of course, back then there was no Bertrand-Chebyshev theorem. But okay. Okay. Now, so we are dealing with even number, right? So just in this example, 88, all right? And you have even number divided by 2, you have 44, right? So there should be at least one prime number between 44 and 88. Okay? At least one prime, okay? And between 0, between 44 and 1, you divide by half, okay? You have 22, okay? So between 22 and 44, you have at least one prime, right? And half of this, 11 and 12, you have at least one prime, right? And 11, between 11 and half of that was that 5.5, okay? Floor it. So between 5 and 11, there's at least one prime, correct? Yeah, this Bertrand-Chebyshev theorem, right? And between 5 and half of that, 2.5, floor it. Yeah. To be conservative, there is one prime there. Okay? Okay. So yeah, it kind of makes sense. You know, distribution of prime number is kind of logarithmic. Yeah, it does make sense. But prime number, it gets rarer and rarer and rarer. That's the prime number theorem, correct? Yeah. It has to do with logarithm, not exactly. It's like something like n over log n, something like that. So it's definitely slower than linear, right? Yeah. So if O1 is prime, then anti-Goldbach conjecture says O1 complement has to be odd composite. Okay? If O2 complement is prime, then O2 has to be odd composite, not prime, right? Because that's anti-Goldbach conjecture for the purpose of deriving some kind of contradiction. Okay? Proof by contradiction, okay? It's kind of like in first order logic, if you cannot prove this proposition directly, what do? You prove contrapositive of that proposition, because they're logically equivalent, okay? Proof by contradiction is exactly the same thing. It's proof by proving contrapositive. It's the same thing. Okay, logically it's equivalent. Right. Let's take 5 minutes break. Okay. I, you know, at one point last night when I was in bed, I thought I proved Goldbach's conjecture, and later on I realized, yeah, I made that error. De Morgan's law. I forgot about that. But we may be quite close to proving this. Okay, hopefully. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, let's take 5 minutes. Let's take 10 minutes. Yeah, take 10. Okay. Gotta talk to my friends. So yeah. Okay. So, uh, uh, what we want to do achieve is to derive some contradiction. Okay, so uh, or direct proof or proof by contradiction, whatever. Okay, so uh, so we have notational convention. Okay, you have odd number and complement odd number. Okay, and anti-Goldbach contextual states uh, if there is one prime number out of these two, the other one, its complement better be odd composite. Okay, that's anti-Goldbach conjecture. Okay, so and we want to derive some contradiction out of that. Okay, so that's our newest and latest game plan. Hopefully it works. Okay. Uh, if it does, then that's the proof of Goldbach conjecture. Okay, so because I have many friends from all different areas, and in Alaska I have my friends, and some of them are amateur mathematicians like me, and we don't meet very often because we are all busy. I have a couple of Alaskan amateur mathematician friends, but we have full-time job which is not mathematics, so we are busy. But whenever we meet, we talk about mathematics. Okay, so and they inspire me, I inspire them, we kind of help each other. Okay, so and I have many friends in politics too. Okay, they are fantastic. Yeah, we don't always agree. Okay, I have friends in Democratic Party as well. All right, so we are all friends. We may disagree. So some of them tell me, yeah, yeah, go ahead, prove this, and move on. Because mathematics is such a small area, right? Politics, big area. Okay, so uh, what they're implying is that my political friends, what they're implying is, yeah, get this done and over with, and move on to go to bigger and better thing, because there are world out there. There is world out there outside of mathematics. Like there's perhaps bigger and better, like politics. Okay, so yeah, we will get this done and over with. Okay, yeah. So let's prove this and move on. Okay, so that's what my political friends were saying. Yeah, yeah, go ahead, prove it and move on. All right, get this done. All right. We may be zeroing in. All right. Okay. So this O1, O2, O1, O1 plus O1 complement, ON plus ON complement, that's symmetric, right? Symmetric pairing of odd numbers that sums up to even number. Okay? So if there's prime here, its complement has to be odd composite, non-prime. All right? That's our anti-Goldbach conjecture. Okay? And given this distribution of prime, is that possible in this even number? Is it possible that there's this prime and its complement is always composite odd number. Is that possible? We explore that possibility. Okay, if so, then that's the disproof of gold box conjecture. Okay. Yeah. Let's think about that. Okay. So let's take 5 minutes break. Okay. So I'm chatting with my friends. So okay. Let's take 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Okay. So very good. Okay. All right. Let's see what we got here. Um, so we are using Bertrand-Chebyshev theorem, right? So basically, it goes like this. All right. It's very neat theorem. It used to be Bertrand's postulate, the hypothesis, conjecture, Bertrand's conjecture. Okay, and Mr. Chebyshev, of former Soviet Union, okay, he proved it. Okay. So now it's Bertrand-Chebyshev theorem. Okay, so it's neat, very neat. So you have some number, okay, number n. Here you have 0, okay. It says between, well, you have 2n, okay, whatever, okay, between this n and 2n, here you have at least 1 prime. Okay, now between n and n over 2, you have 1 prime at least. Now, so this is n over 2. Between n over 4 and n over 2, there is at least 1 prime. So that's Chebyshev's theorem, Bertrand-Chebyshev's theorem. Okay, and here you have 1 prime. Here you have 1 prime. Okay. Now, in our world, we are talking about decomposing an even integer as a summation of 2 odd numbers. It could be prime plus prime, or prime plus odd composite, or odd composite plus odd composite, or odd composite plus prime. Okay? 4 possibilities. So, let's look at this Goldbachian, not Goldbachian, but odd pair decomposition. All right, and odd pair decomposition, they are always symmetric. Okay, so we are interested in odd pair decomposition. This oddity pair, where one of them is prime. Okay, and it will look like this. And then prime number gets rarer and rarer because prime gap, they tend to increase, right? It's always symmetry, okay? Okay? You're kind of combing through, it's like sieve, filtering out, filtering in, okay, sieving, like Eratosthenes' sieve, right? Its algorithm. Combing. In Alaska, we have this expression, combing the seashore, right, for clams. Okay? Yeah, clam hunting, combing the seashore. Yeah, in Alaska, we have clams, okay? Okay. So as we comb for prime numbers, okay, so so this prime number, prime number, prime number, prime number, prime number, okay, and the other numbers, according to anti-Goldbach conjecture, they have to be odd composite, odd composite, odd composite, odd composite. Okay, so is that possible, or does it lead to some kind of contradiction? Okay. So, so anti-Goldbach conjecture is states it is possible that all these odd complements, they are odd composites. It's possible there is such even integer. That's anti-Goldbach conjecture. Anti-Goldbach conjecture. Okay, so if Goldbach conjecture is true, then anti-Goldbach conjecture is false. It will lead to some contradiction. Okay, so yeah, this Professor Edosh, his approach, like statistical method in prime number theory. Yeah, I mean, it could be useful, right? And there are a lot of mathematical papers about adopting that approach, and yeah, it could be give us some insights, maybe. Yeah, could be useful. Hmm. So, prime number theorem, it states one of the implication of that is prime number gets rarer and rarer as number gets bigger. Okay, so well, that's kind of implication from this Bertrand-Chebyshev theorem, isn't it? Right? Yeah. It gets denser and denser as number gets smaller, right? You divide by half, there's at least one prime in between, right? Yeah. Okay. Look, wine and beer. I love this. Two glasses clinging. Love that. Cheers. In Korean, gonbae. In Japanese, gonpai. Right? Yeah. A lot of Japanese words they came from Korean words, and some Korean words came from Japan. Okay, so they're right next to each other. So cultural exchange, linguistic exchange. Okay, so okay. I think we may be zeroing in to the proof of Golda conjecture or disproof. Okay. Funny. At one point last night, I thought I proved the Goldbach conjecture. Okay, but I was wrong because I forgot about De Morgan's law. All right, so because there are some prime numbers, I mean, there are some even integers, they can be expressed only as summation of two primes. Okay, what's that? 2, 4, 6, 8. What is 2? 1 plus 1. They are both primes, right? 4, 1 plus 3. Okay? 6, 3 plus 3, 1 plus 5. 8, 1 plus 7, 3 plus 5. You cannot express 2, 4, 6, 8 in terms of odd composites. That's just impossible. Okay, so yeah, so I thought that was the proof of Goldbach's conjecture. Okay, but I was wrong. Okay, so okay, let's take 5 minutes break. Okay, so I'm kind of getting cold, so I gotta put on some more layers. Let's take 5 minutes. Okay. Well, I think we are getting pretty close. Okay, so yeah. Let me put my socks on. Sorry, I'm still chatting with my friends. My friends from all over. Okay, so let me grab some more drinks. Well, I have a lot of different drinks, but I want some mushroom drinks. So let's see. Chef mushroom. Do you know what chef mushroom is? Chef mushroom is mushroom that grows on a tree. Okay, sometimes dead tree, but many times live tree too. So they are very firm, and most of them are not all of them. Okay, you gotta know what to do. All right, so I know a lot about mushroom. Okay, I have many books about mushrooms, so I know what's edible, what's not. Okay, so and so most chef mushrooms that grow on a tree, they're edible. Okay, they're very firm. Okay, so that's their defense mechanism. That's why they don't need toxin. Okay, so for animal or plant, in order for them to produce toxins to protect themselves, it takes a lot of energy. Why? Because they themselves have to be immune to that toxin, poison that they produce. And it should be poisonous to other organisms. Okay, so that takes a lot of energy. Okay, so evolution favors efficiency. Evolution does not like, evolution disfavors inefficiency, right? So chef mushroom, its defense mechanism is firmness. It's very hardened. So that's their defense mechanism. So hard mushroom to be poisonous, that's a waste. That's redundant. You don't need two defense mechanisms. You just need one, right? Evolution favors efficiency. Okay, evolution disfavors waste. So that's why most hardened chef mushroom, they are non-poisonous. Okay, so there are some. Okay, so you gotta know what to do. All right, study mushrooms. Okay, what's edible, what's poisonous. Okay, I know because I studied. Yeah, this particular chef mushroom is edible. All right, so people normally make tea out of this. It's called horseshoe mushroom. All right, uh, but I used to drink teas, but nowadays, so I just put in the vodka. Okay, so okay, let's think about this. All right, let me pour more some wine. Okay. I love my friends. They're so nice to me. Okay, so been chatting with my friends because most of us, we are just at home, right? So we have spare time, so we online chat, Facebook, Instagram, email. Yeah. Yeah. It's good to catch up with good old friends, you know. So it's very important. Friendship is necessary metaphysical nutrient. All right. You cannot replace. There's no substitute for friendship. Okay. Just like amino acid, vitamins, you need all those metaphysical nutrients. Okay. Friendship. You need a job. You need hobbies and education, continuing education. Okay, those are, and exercise, diet, religion. You need all of them. They are necessary nutrients. There are no substitutes. You need them, all of them. Okay. Yeah. So we talked briefly about this necessary element this limiting factor. Yeah, it was because there's a concept in biology, limiting factor. What's it called? Because there's Wikipedia article about that. Okay, so I recently read about it. Limiting factor, biology. Yeah, this bucket, right? Water level. Yeah. Let's go to Wikipedia. Okay. So Lee Beek, Lee Beek's law. Okay, law of the minimum. All right. I mean, it spells like lie big or big liar. Liebig's law of the minimum. Okay. Yeah. Liebig's barrel. Yeah, yeah. He's German. Okay, so it's Liebig. Okay, it's not lie big. He's not a big liar. Okay, so Liebig's barrel. Yeah, yeah. He's a biologist, chemist. Okay. All right. So all these essential nutrients, each of them has no substitute. Okay, like vitamins, vitamin A, B, C, D. You have amino acids, right? Amino acid alphabet soup, like you have aspartame, you have whatever. Okay, I don't remember all those names. Okay, you need all of them. Okay, so in metaphysically speaking, essential nutrients, each of which has no substitute. You need all of them. Friendship, you need friends. Religion, okay. You need continuing education, diet, exercise. You need to have a job that satisfies you, and you need to eat food, and you need to have some rest, good rest, and you need water. Okay. And about tobacco and alcohol, well, maybe there are substitutes. I don't know. Okay. Maybe marijuana isn't too bad. I don't know, but it hurts your short-term memory. So yeah, whatever. Okay. This. Can this prime later on prime gets rarer and rarer? So can this prime dodge the bullet? can this prime that's the sieve pass through the sieve filter? Can it like sneak out? Eh? Because that's anti-Goldbach's conjecture, right? Can this rarer later prime, big primes, can it kind of sneak in, slip through the cracks of this symmetric comb filter sieve? Can it? Oh boy. Is it probable in terms of statistics and probability theory? Yeah, probability theory is fantastic. Like Bayes theorem, Pascal, Blaise, Pascal, like combinatorics, probability, statistics. Yeah, I like those things. Okay, I know some, but not too much. All right. When I was in Madison, Wisconsin, I took one statistics class and one combinatorics class. Why? It was required. They were required class for computer science major. Okay, so yeah, University of Madison, Wisconsin Madison is very good school. Okay, I got very good education there. Major in computer science. Right. One of my favorite classes of all time, artificial intelligence class. Okay, I love that class. UW Medicine. Okay, it was taught during the summer semester by a PhD candidate, PhD student. Why? Because during the summer, most professors they go out on vacation, right? So yeah, PhD student, uh, he is older than me, by a couple of years. Okay, he was such a great educator. Okay, that guy was good. So one of my favorite classes of all time. Okay, yeah, artificial intelligence class. Okay. It was amazing. That guy was really good. Okay, I bet he's a tenure professor somewhere in America by now. Okay, he was fantastic educator. Okay, so the way he structured the class, amazing. Okay, God bless that gentleman. He was very good educator. All right, he would teach us like first order logic, right, and different mathematics in this artificial intelligence class, and then he would give us some group project, and it's kind of interested in philosophy as well. Okay, so very fantastic educator. Okay, yeah, one of my favorite classes of all time. Okay, artificial intelligence. I learned tons of stuff there. Okay, so okay, let's take 5 minutes. Okay, so hopefully we are zeroing in to the proof of code box control or disproof. Okay, so I don't know. We'll see. Okay, we'll see. Still chatting with my friends, okay? So it's good to catch up with friends and family members. Okay, so all right. I mean, it's like Matrix movie, okay? The original one, dodging the bullet, like yeah. Oh, can this prime number dodge the bullet? Like in the movie Matrix. I don't know. Okay. So we came up with anti gold box conjecture, right? To derive some contradiction, but uh, I hope it would, but we are not there yet. Okay. We prime numbers that get rarer and rarer, so it won't be too difficult for this prime number guy to dodge the bullet, to slip through the cracks of this sieve, this comb, alright? Like hair, okay? But it's interesting way to look at it, right? Although it may not work. Is it back to square one, or we'll think about this a little bit more before we abandon this approach. Okay, we just got it. All right, so we'll give it some more time before we move on. This particular approach. So far, we have made many different attempts, many different methodologies, approaches to prove this one code box conjecture, all right? Prove or disprove, okay? But we have not been successful yet, all right? We learned more about it, prime number world, so it's good, but we are not there yet, okay? We are not leaving any stones unturned, okay? We are being very thorough. We have been, and very methodical. It's time we get paid for our labor. Okay, we believe in God. We believe that He will pay us. Like Bible says, God is faithful, meaning He will pay us for our labor. Like Jesus said, those who are pure in heart, they shall see God. Like truth, proof or disproof of gold box conjecture, right? Because we are pure at heart, right? Yeah, we don't lie. We are honest. We don't pretend that we prove gold box conjecture when we know we didn't. No. And Jesus also said, yeah, those who are hungry for justice, they shall get it. Those who are meek, peaceful, yeah, they shall inherit the earth. Right? We love Jesus. We love Mr. Jesus. Happy Sunday morning, by the way. Okay. We love Mr. Jesus. What time is it? 11. Okay. Yeah, so this because prime gets rarer and rarer, all right. It's very easy for this prime to dodge the bullet to slip through the cracks. Uh, Not quite the result that we have been desiring. So symmetric, right? So dense, sparse, sparse, dense, sparse, sparse. Okay. Symmetric. Two odd numbers adding up to one same even integer. Okay, so that's why it's symmetric. Okay, so all right. I mean, we also have adjacency, non-adjacency theorem that we proved, right? Yeah, like two primes adding up to one code box even number. Ah, boy. Let me grab my scarf. I left it somewhere else. Okay. So what did I do during the break time? Do you remember I wrote this article about coronavirus and I tried to publish it in national level online magazines, but they all rejected me. Okay, because it's too non minority opinion. Okay, it's not majoritarian mainstream view. So I guess that's why they rejected my article. Okay, so I sent it to my friends and families. Okay, so just in case, yeah, stay at home order. Maybe they have extra time. Maybe they are bored. Right. So I kind of promised you that I'll read that article to you. Okay. Maybe we'll do that. Huh? But it's 2 pages long. Okay, and you want me to read that for you? I will. But let's think about this for just a little while. Okay. So we'll take a break and I'll read that article to you. Okay? I printed it out in paper in my printer, home printer. Okay. I'll read it aloud to you. Okay. Because national level magazine they rejected that. Okay. So okay. I'll read it for you. All right. Okay. Because you're my friends and families. Okay. So okay. So after I wrote that, I read it and I really liked the end product. It's like the sentences flow flawlessly. Okay, it's I really liked the way it came out. Okay, so okay, It's kind of good that they didn't publish it. Why? Because maybe they are being very protective of me. Okay, because if you publish, I mean, look at Dr. Phil, Dr. Drew, Dr. Oz. They say something against the stay at home ism, and they are in the hot seat now. They're being harshly criticized by nowadays. Okay, so there's no need for me to be in that position. Okay, so it's good that they didn't publish it. Okay, so yeah, I don't need any. Well, yeah, sure, I need criticism, but I do get criticism from people around me, so I get enough of that. I'm not a public figure, so yeah. Checks and balances. Alright. So anti-Goldbach's conjecture states uh, you have two odd numbers adding up to one even number, and it's possible that if one number is prime number, the other one is composite number. There is such even integer that cannot be expressed as that exist on even integer that cannot be expressed as summation of two primes. So that's anti-Goldbach's conjecture. Okay? I mean, there are prime numbers, so but if odd number is prime number, the other has to be odd composite. All right, so that's anti-Goldbach's conjecture. All right, so okay, let's think about it this way. So you have n, 2n, 4n, 8n, 16n. Okay, so the interval gets bigger and bigger, right? So given this interval between n and 2n, between 2n and 4n, between 4n and 8n, between 8n and 16n, interval gets bigger and bigger, right? And even if primes get rarer and rarer, interval gets bigger and bigger. So perhaps the number of primes in this given interval maybe stay the same because interval gets bigger and bigger and prime number gets rarer and rarer. So these positive and negative forces maybe they kind of cancel each other out. So number of primes in given interval, like between n over 2 and n, between n and 2n, between 2n and 4n, between 4n and 8n, between 8n and 16n, maybe number of primes kind of stay the same because they can cancel each other out. Maybe. Okay. It's like logarithm versus exponentiation, inverse function to each other. They can't cancel out, maybe, right? Like f circle f to the minus one is identity, right? Right? Yeah. Okay. Okay. So it's very dense cone, dense, fine filter, very fine sieve, okay, on either extremity, and when it gets in the middle, it gets sparser and sparser and sparser. Okay. Alright. And this prime number, does it tend to be in the middle or beginning or end? Maybe we should do some systematic enumeration method. Just enumerate some numbers, maybe, to observe the behaviorism of primes. Maybe. Okay. Well, that's most likely what we're gonna do next. Um, hmm. We'll do this later, okay? Yeah, we'll take 5 minutes break, and I'm gonna read that article to you, okay? All right. Let's take 5 minutes, okay? It's so elusive. Gold box conjecture proof. Oh boy, so elusive. Slip through our fingers, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay. I read bedtime story to you. Okay. Go ahead, fall asleep. Bedtime story. All right. Uh, Here it is. Okay, 2 pages. I read you bedtime story. Okay. Because coronavirus will pass away. It passes by. Okay. So you'll be left in a chapter in human history. Just one of many pandemics that humanity went through. All right. Nothing special. Nothing new. Mathematics we'll get back to later. Okay. So let's make some room. All right. I like space. Social distancing. Huh? Not just between people, between a person and an object. Use this whiteboard and pens and whiteboards, erasers. That's what I got in this house. That's my bodies. Social distancing, okay? So I want some space. So today's coronavirus talking point. All right. So let me read it for you, okay? So hopefully it takes less than 15 minutes, okay? A cultural commentary on corona phenomena. Hunky Lee, footnote, an amateur mathematician, a lawyer by trade, a U.S. Army veteran, an Alaskan Asian American. I should have put and on Alaskan Asian American. So it's not pitch perfect, huh? Whatever. Not long ago, before the corona moon's shadow eclipsed the sun of climate change theory, people all around the world used to be worried that we were all going to die from the rising sea level. A long, long time ago, back in early 1980s, when scientists discovered AIDS virus in a pocket of homosexual males in San Francisco, people blamed that minority group for the disease. In this corona era, we see the pattern repeating in some people. Pour down, it should be pouring down. Let me make some correction as we read this along, okay? It's not pitch perfect. I'm gonna edit this, alright? Old fashioned way. It's very poetic, kind of not very prosaic, but more poetic, lyrical. I try to rhyme. Okay. Pouring down their blame and frustration. In this corona era, we see the pattern repeating in some people, comma, pouring down all their blame and frustration all onto their Asiatic neighbors just because corona started Corona started in China and Asians look like Chinese. Huh? Some very strong stuff, okay? Because I'm a man. What do you expect? Let boys be boys, okay? Yeah. We'll take some breaks, okay? Because it's gonna take longer than 15 minutes. Yeah, something very strong, okay? It's like, because I'm a man. Let boys be boys. I'm naughty, playful, mischievous. It's good that they didn't publish this. Why? I don't want to get into any trouble. By the way, in Alaska, yeah, most people in the grocery shopping mall, I mean grocery store, supermarket, they wear masks. Okay, I don't. Why? Well, I don't like wearing mask. All right, so, but people wearing mask, yeah, they look like ninjas, right? Yeah, they look cool. Okay, it's so cool. So I'm gonna read you this first paragraph, and we'll take a break. Okay, so a cultural commentary on corona phenomena. Hunky Lee, footnote 1, an amateur mathematician, a lawyer by trade, a U.S. Army veteran, and an Alaskan Asian American. Okay? Now, first paragraph. Not long ago, before the corona moon's shadow eclipsed the sun of climate change theory, people all around the world used to be worried that we were all going to die from the rising sea level. A long time ago, back in early 1980s, when scientists discovered AIDS virus in a pocket of homosexual males in San Francisco, people blamed that minority group for the disease. In this corona era, we see the pattern repeating in some people, pouring down all their blame and frustration all onto their Asiatic neighbors just because corona started in China and Asians look like Chinese. I told you the sentences flow flawlessly. I really like the way it came out. It's like parents, they love their babies, right? They think their babies are the most beautiful thing in the world, right? But when other people see this baby, like, oh my goodness, what a monster child, monster baby. But parents, they love their babies. In their eyes, their babies are the most beautiful thing in the world, right? I guess it's kind of the same way, okay? Metaphysical child, this essay, brainchild, it looks so beautiful to me. Yeah. We'll take 5 minutes, okay? Then I'll keep on reading and editing. I'll type this up, editing, okay? No problem. Okay. Let's take a picture of this. Beautiful, beautiful. All right. Okay. I'll read the rest later, okay? But right now, I want to sing your song. Yeah, it's been remade. One of those music, if this song is so good, they get remade by different recording artists. Okay, so American Pie, that's one of those songs that gets remade again and again, all different singers. And I like this rendition by Madonna. All right, so let me sing you that song, okay? American Pie. I gotta get drunk, okay? Because I love this song. The music video, because Madonna, she was pro-gayist. She kissed Britney Spears on television. What was that about? And so Christina Aguilera was like, why are they doing that? Okay. So yeah, and she's an entertainer, businesswoman. So she just catered to mainstream authoritarian view. Okay, so like Lady Gaga does. Okay, Billie Eilish does. Okay, this. Yeah, but nobody's perfect. Okay, yeah, we all make mistakes. Okay, so but the music video, the American Pie by Madonna, some hits and misses. Okay, because they approve tattoo piercism, sugar fetishism, gayism. I didn't like. I did not like that part. But what the part I liked, they also feature firefighters, police officers, farmers. I like that. Okay. Yeah, people with disabilities and small town, rural town. Yeah, small people like the rest of us, like me. Okay, I like that part. Okay, yeah, but the ideologies that she approve of, I have to disapprove. I'm sorry. All right, I'm anti-gayist, anti-sugar fetishist, anti-tattoo piercist, anti-ultra-interracialist. That's my agenda. If you disagree, good. Why? Diversity of ideas. It's good that we disagree. It guarantees checks and balances. Diversity of ideas is a good thing. Freedom of thoughts. Okay? As long as we are peaceful, respectful, then it's all good. Okay? So let me sing you this song, okay? So I'm a huge fan. A long, long time ago, I can still remember how that music used to make me smile. And I knew that if I had my chance, I could make those people dance, and maybe they'd be happy for a while. I don't wanna cry, okay? But let me stop singing this song because I don't wanna cry, alright? But if I keep singing this song, I will end up crying, okay? I don't wanna cry. Let's go back to this paper and I read it, alright? In order to prevent my crying on camera. Next paragraph. Up here in Alaska, there are few people here anyways. So Alaskans have been nice to me, even protective of me because Alaska is a very close-knit community with inherent appreciation of diversity. Up here in Alaska and further away out there in Hawaii, we take the liberty of calling them the rest, the lower 48. Why? Because in Alaska and in Hawaii, it's like paradise. People here and there, we are close to the pristine nature with animals and plants. roaming or swimming around. We got Alaskan and Hawaiian natives. Well, I should put and plus, comma. We got Alaskan and Hawaiian natives who share with us, the newcomers to the States, the rich cultural heritage from their own ancestors. Appreciation of cultural diversity in Alaska and in Hawaii is native to us, inherent to us. Next paragraph. Back in year 1999, when the prince was with us to party like 1999, there were obscure religious groups in South Korea who thought that the world would end and a savior would come rescue them from this miserable world of pain and suffering. When didn't happen, they were disappointed. It isn't just Korea, and it isn't just all cult religious ones. Well, groups. Today, here in America, in mainstream secular sectors, we see the pattern repeating itself. Yes, the doomsday prophecy. They did it with climate change theory, and they are doing it again with coronavirus theory. So the question is, why do we do this? Again and again. There are several ways to analyze this. First, perhaps escapism. People watch horror flicks, they read crime novels, they go to amusement park to ride on a roller coaster or to a theme park to go up and high on a Ferris wheel. It should be capital W. Those are simulated dangers, virtual dangers. How about virtual risks or risk takings? Why do we do those? The thrill, the juxtaposition of perceived danger and the comfortable knowledge that we are safe under the shoulder harness and seatbelts. Now, let me sing that song a little bit, okay? We'll alternate between singing this song and reading this essay, okay? Then we'll take a break. Let me sing you the next paragraph of this American Pie song, alright? Then we'll take a break, okay? So I need some vocal rest, okay? So. Oh boy. Let me check with my friends. Multitasking, okay? So. Oh boy. Did you write the book of love and do you have faith in God above? If the Bible tells you so. Now do you believe in rock and roll? And can music save your mortal soul? And can it teach me how to dance real slow? Real real slow. Well, I know that you're in love with him, 'cause I saw you dancing in the gym. You kicked off your shoes, both kicked off your shoes. Man, I dig those rhythm and blues. I was a lonely teenage broken buck with a pink carnation and pickup truck. But I knew that I was out of luck the day the music died. I started singing bye bye Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. And good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye. Now they talk about death. No, I don't like this song. It's too negative. They should not sing about death. They should sing and talk about life. So I stopped singing this song because they talk about negativity. We don't have time for negativity. All right. Uh, we are optimistic people. We want to be happy. We want to live. We don't talk about death. All right. We talk about life. So it's not a very good song. Okay. Yeah. We take 5 minutes break. Okay, and then I will keep reading that essay to you. All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. Give me 5 minutes. All right. So I don't have that boiled egg and milk. So Okay, folks. Yeah, I continue reading this essay because this essay is very positive. It's spicy, but it's about life. It's not about death. It's about optimism, not pessimism. All right. So that American Pie song is too negative. All right. So I won't sing it any further. All right. Okay. Let's continue with this. Next paragraph. I got a drink. I want to. All right. I know it's spicy, okay? And what do you expect? I'm Korean. I love kimchi. Right? Don't you? Yeah. Spice food, that's Asiatic way of eating. Not Japanese though. Japan, yeah, they have wasabi, right? Very hot, very spicy, okay. Ooh. And in Western culture, they have wasabi, something like wasabi. That's what's that called? It's not sauerkraut. Sauerkraut, I love sauerkraut. Okay, this sauce that you put in sandwich. Let me look it up. Western wasabi. Horseradish, right? Yeah. I thought it was some vegetable, okay? So yeah, I went to this sandwich place other than Subway, okay? Some local sandwich place months ago when restaurants were still open, okay? Horseradish? What is that? It sounds like radish. I love radish, okay? Horseradish, I thought it was some kind of vegetable, just like radish, plain vanilla radish. And so, yeah, put in my sandwich, horseradish, and it was like, oh my goodness, it was too spicy. It's like wasabi. I was like, oh, I can't regret it because it wiped out all other flavor and taste of all the meat and other vegetables. It overrode. So the only thing that tastes this sandwich is horseradish, kind of like wasabi. Okay, it wiped out all the others. So I can't regret ordering the horseradish in the sandwich. But it was good, okay? It's just something very unexpected. I had no idea what horseradish is. It's way too spicy. Even to my taste, my Asiatic taste. Okay, let me read on. Next paragraph. Another way to look at this corona phenomena is that perhaps people want some paid vacation at home for weeks, for months, even. While they are at home, perhaps they are enjoying all this like a reality TV show, a drama, a roller coaster ride, unfolding with accelerating speed and sometimes slowly climbing toward the climax. The best part, we have cell phones now. The world of internet in one's hand, like a window in your house through which you can watch an apocalyptic movie where everything is tumbling down to an end. Spicy stuff. Oh my goodness. No wonder they did not publish this because it's just too much, right? Yeah, this day and age, this generation, they are not ready for this. You know, it's too much for them. Okay, so. But one day I can envision easily it will be published somewhere. Okay, so next paragraph. Of course, the measures and policies that politicians and statesmen and stateswomen came up with for us, perchance they are doing the right thing. After all, numbers don't lie. While 0.1% of people with common flu pass away, 2% of people with coronavirus pass away. The fatality rate is 20 times, and yes, but 20 times higher. And yes, that does scare us a little bit. But having said that, if I were a politician, I would have done it differently. Let us fantasize a little. Well, let us fantasize a lot. No, I was on bridge intermediary. Let us fantasize a little bit more. Perhaps a lot. We are at home. We are all at home, right? What's wrong with some afternoon daydreaming? Let's say you are the president of the United States. How would you have dealt with coronavirus differently? Or would you have done the same thing that they did, like home sheltering, stop working, social distancing, hand washing, self quarantining, etc., etc.? Question mark. If you ask me kindly, here is what I would have done as a Mr. Patos, President of the United States. Okay, so I was driving to Walmart one day and heard this amazing good old American song. All she wants to do is dance, dance, dance. I think his name is like something like Don Henley. Yeah, the Eagles. Probably that's what I would do in front of the international camera crews. Yes, I would just sing and dance that tune. It'd be like a sort of avant-garde performance art act of some sort. Then I would quote from FDR, "Fear not, for fear is the only thing we should fear." Then come off the stage? No, I'll say some more. Next paragraph. I take the opportunity to share with the rest of the world some lessons I learned from schools in Korea. I learned and gleaned. From schools in Korea and in America. How about biology? Like how immune system responds to pathogens, how our body produces, how our bodies produce antibodies, how an antibody protein complex samples viral superficial protein and mold itself around it, wrap it up, and disposes of it. Wraps it up, molds itself. Yeah, plural, singular, grammatical errors. And disposes it, learns to recognize pathogenous particles. Then the antibody by now having learned about the new viral proteins, multiplies exponentially so that the army of antibodies fights back and the disease is gone. We'll take a break, okay? Let's take 5 minutes, alright? So, I read you the rest, okay? I have some vocal rest. That's all. Okay? We have 5 minutes left. Okay, let's stop and restart. Okay, so I'll see you soon.